Now, the insurance registration figures for the period of the week ending on the 20th of October, which is this past Sunday, just came in, and as seen on the screen, Nio had total insurance registrations of around 3,900. Now, the insurance registrations for Onvo, they are not yet out, or we have not read about them, and hopefully, like last week, we'll get to see them maybe later during the day. But as it stands, Nio currently has sold or has insurance registrations of 3,900. This adds to the 4,500 we saw in the first week, followed by the 4,700 we saw last week, and this week's insurance registration sitting at 3,900. So the 4,500, which was for the first week, you'll know that there was one day there, I think the 30th of September, which was falling on a Monday, which that 4,500, it is not all going to go in October. We need to subtract, or there needs to be insurance registrations to be subtracted from that figure. But in a nutshell, I still believe we are sitting at over 12,000, which means that in the last remaining 11 days of this month, Nio needs to make sure that they get 8,000 to just be over 20,000. Which do you think they are going to scoop, or they are going to get it? I think so. It should be easy peasy, because in the last 2 weeks of the month, we usually see insurance registrations figures coming high, which is why I'm confident and bullish, saying that Nio will still achieve the 20,000 deliveries for the Nio models only. And like I said, the Onvo insurance registrations are not yet published, or are not yet out, but immediately we get them, I'll give them to you. I mean, last week we got a confirmation, or we got clarity in terms of these Nio insurance registrations being for Nio models alone, and Onvo being or having its own separate insurance registrations. And this makes us to be really excited, and I wonder the total insurance registrations that Onvo did last week. I would assume that it might be the same as, or it might be around 1,000, same as almost that which we saw last week. But obviously we'll get to see the report coming, and then we'll be able to see the exact figures that Onvo had for the period ending the 20th of October. With Nio, I know this might be a bit low than what many people were expecting, but overall, Nio is still sitting at a very comfortable place. And like I said, I have no doubt that just for the Nio models, we'll still get another 20,000 this month. And with Onvo and Nio having a potential to deliver plus 25,000 this month, I think this stock, you and me can agree that these are bullish news. These are massive news, which therefore should motivate you and me to continue remaining long and strong onto the Nio stock. Some people, I know, they don't really see when Nio could be in the future, which is why sometimes when I do these videos, they are about negative comments, negative sentiments around Nio. They say profitability will never come, but they don't realize the kind of fundamentals, the kind of sales that Nio is constantly generating on a month to month. The increase of sales, or the increase of deliveries, I mean, you and me can agree that Nio is a company that is doing very well. This month, on a minimum, we're going to get 25,000, and maximum maybe we can get up to 30,000 deliveries just this month, which that I think you and me can agree that that's good news to Nio, the company that used to deliver 10,000 last year. Most of the month, it has a possibility of delivering almost 30,000 deliveries, which is massive, which is bullish, and I'm happy about that. Now, when you look at the other EVs, Tesla for the same period had 13,200, BYD 89,600, Xiaomi 5,600, Leodo 12,100, XPeng 4,500. So XPeng this week managed to deliver, or had more insurance registrations than Nio, but obviously you can compare the two because Nio models are more expensive, right? Zika, like I said, 5,200, Leapmotor 8,000, Aito 8,700. This is what we saw coming from China this week, and hopefully Onvo also get some good numbers, or scooped some good insurance registrations last week, which if that's the case, then we should brace ourselves for what's coming this month, in fact next week, on the deliveries, or when Nio report their deliveries. Friday is the 1st of October, and that is the day that we'll be getting the deliveries. I cannot wait, but I think and I know that we should brace ourselves, because deliveries are looking somewhere between 25 and 30,000, and insurance registrations for next week will also solidify what we are saying about Nio. I know the insurance registrations that will be reported next week for this week will still be short of 4 days. That will be from Monday to Thursday next week, which when we get to read this, it shows you that Nio still has got quite a number of days to sell pretty good decent deliveries, and hopefully even for the Nio models only we get to see over 21,000, so that at least deliveries can be so good in a way that even short sellers get squeezed out of their positions by Friday already. This is what we want to see, because Nio is a stock that has been beaten for quite some time, and it is trading at the bottom of the belly. And these deliveries that Nio is producing, these strategies that Nio is executing, will be the one to recover the share price of Nio. The moment the market sees Nio heading to profitability or getting closer to break even, it will have no choice but to reward Nio, because they know the company is becoming much better fundamentally, which is something that we've been discussing onto this channel for quite some time. Otherwise, with all that, tell me what you think about this. 30,900 is what we got. Onvo L60 figures are still gonna come, and I'll definitely give them to you as soon as we get them. Otherwise, that's all from me for now. Do your own DD, and God bless you all.